Okay, so after Shannon Sharpe announced his departure from FS1's Undisputed, many of you, including myself, thought this was the end of Skip Bayless. There were multiple reports that Skip was having trouble finding Shannon's replacement after how he treated his co-host over the past year on the show.
Wait a minute!
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal...
Put your glasses back on.
Things got worse for the show when they decided to take a 2-month hiatus before relaunching the show again at the end of August. Rumors swirl that LaShawn McCoy was going to take over the big void left by Shannon Sharpe. However, it now appears that Undisputed is now taking the ESPN First Take approach by having a rotation squad of hosts debating with Skip Bayless. This is something that First Take experimented with after they did Max Kellerman dirty by cutting him off the flagship show ever since T.O. made this comment that rubbed Stephen A. the wrong way.
Is going to get in here, and like I said, I'm in the streets. Max almost seems blacker than you, Stephen A. with what he's coming, with his commentary.
With all due respect, my brother.
I'm just saying, dog.
Wait a minute, wait to finish.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna check you right now.
Anyways, this format has proven to be successful with a bevy of on-air talent at Stephen A's disposal. You had people like Michael Irvin, Jay Williams, Mad Dog, and a whole host of guys contributing to the show and adding a different element each week. I think the producers of FS1 saw this new model and decided to tweak Undisputed to bring in fresh new faces. So it was reported that Richard Sherman would join the show as a co-host for 50 to 100 episodes during the NFL season, and then yesterday it was announced that Rachel Nichols, the other person ESPN did dirty, would be added to the show as an analyst. For those of you who don't recall, Nichols left the network in 2021 after someone, Maria Taylor, leaked an audio recording of Rachel in a private discussion about how she was unhappy with getting replaced by Taylor as the NBA Finals host. And miraculously, ESPN and the New York Times spun the story around to add the word racism into the mix. Nichols, after staying out of the limelight for a while, has since rebounded with shows with Showtime and regional sports network Monumental. So this addition is pretty interesting nonetheless. Rachel definitely knows her stuff, especially basketball and football, as she made regular appearances on Sunday NFL Countdown, Monday Night Countdown, and was a recurring sideline reporter for Monday Night Football. She has a ton of experience and is a face everyone in the sports world knows. That being said, it's also being reported that Skip Bayless might land one other controversial figure onto the show. I only say controversial because he's in a bit of a legal battle for some odd reason, and that would be Mr. Playmaker himself, Michael Irvin, who just so happens to be suspended by the NFL Network and ESPN. He was previously on the First Take Monday rotation, however after the hotel incident with some lady, his broadcasting career has come crashing down. It's a very weird situation with Michael Irvin because there is hotel footage of him in the lobby with the alleged victim and there was nothing out of the ordinary. Nonetheless, this would be a huge W for Skip. To land someone like Michael Irvin would do wonders for the show. He is Mr. Cowboy and has been on Undisputed in the past and already has a relationship with Skip Bayless. He brings a lot of energy to any show he's on and would attract all the diehard Cowboy fans. Out on top of that, he is also Stephen A's best co-host on First Take, so stealing him away from the competition would be an added bonus. Stephen A has publicly professed on his show that he wants ESPN to bring back Michael Irvin to First Take, however it appears his request has fallen on deaf ears. Anyways, if Skip is able to land someone like Michael Irvin, I would think that Undisputed might actually have the upper hand when these two shows go toe-to-toe. Not only that, we already know that Lil Wayne is going to join the show every Friday, but there are rumors of Keyshawn Johnson and also Jalen Rose joining the show. Talk about forming a super team. Undisputed, going from losing Shannon Sharpe to adding Wayne, Sherm, Rachel Nichols, Keyshawn, Michael Irvin, and Jalen Rose. Honestly, that's a huge upgrade. I'd have to tip my hat off to Skip if he were able to pull this off. Mind you, the last few names were just rumors that have been swirling around, but FS1 has to sign other co-hosts to fill up the remaining spots, and the ones I mentioned are the biggest names out there that are free agents. Looks like FS1 is willing to open up the piggy bank and sign these cats, whereas ESPN basically let everyone who had a big contract go and kept all the guys with smaller deals. And I don't doubt Skip, who has quite a bit of pull on that show, went to the bosses and demanded that they go after these guys. Anyways, it's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out. There's a lot of competition in the sports debate shows, as so many have popped up in recent years, but these rumors have really caught my attention, and I'm sure as hell going to be tuning in to see what transpires from all this.